Currently, it is believed that there are more than 2,300 billionaires around the world. Of this total, only 16 are black, less than 1% of the ranking. The total equity of black billionaires is 63 billion. The figure is similar to the fortune of the second richest woman in the United States, Mackenzie Scott, $62.8 billion, ex-wife of Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world and CEO of Amazon. The gender gap is also present among the wealthiest blacks. Among the 16, there are only 2 women: the American presenter Oprah Winfrey, with an equity of $2.5 billion, and the Angola businesswoman Isabel dos Santos, with $1.7 billion. Among the newest North American highlights in the survey are rappers Kanye West, $1.3 billion, and Jay-Z, $1 billion. Are you curious to meet the 16 richest black billionaires in the world? So before we start, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to our channel, and activate the bell so that you don't miss any of our videos. Let's start. A note: although we are presenting the list of the richest blacks in the world, we will show their positions in the general classification. 2240th, Steve Maziwa, $1 billion, nationality Zimbabwean, source of fortune telecommunications. In 1998, Steve Maziwa inaugurated the Econet wireless Zimbabwe mobile phone network. The billionaire owns just over 50% of the publicly traded company that is part of the Econet group. Among other businesses, Maziwa controls more than half of the private company Liquid Telecom, which provides fiber optic services to telecommunication companies in Africa. The billionaire also has a stake in the telephone networks Burundi and Lesotho, in addition to investments in fintechs and distribution companies. He and his wife are founders and responsible for the Higher Life Foundation to support orphaned low-income children in Zimbabwe, South Africa, Burundi, and Lesotho. 2210th, Jay-Z, $1 billion, nationality North American, source of fortune diversified. Even without touring or releasing albums in a year, Jay-Z makes millions with his Armand de Brignac champagne and Douce Cognac. In 2019, the Brooklyn-born rapper became hip-hop's first billionaire with a vast and diverse portfolio. He has assets in the entertainment company Roc Nation and an art collection with works by John Michael. 2130th, Mohammed Ibrahim, $1.1 billion, nationality British, source of fortune communication. Mohammed Mo Ibrahim founded one of the first mobile phone companies to provide services in Africa and the Middle East, Celtel International. In 2005, the company was sold to the Kuwait Mobile Telecommunications Company for $3.4 billion, which earned the billionaire $1.4 billion at the time. Since then, Ibrahim has dedicated himself to fighting corrupt leaders in Africa through the Mo Ibrahim Foundation, run by his daughter Hadil. 1937th, Kanye West, $1.3 billion, nationality North American, source of fortune, music and tennis brand. The rapper and entrepreneur joined the list of billionaires after the deal between Adidas and the musician's tennis brand Yeezy. In 2019, the latter reported $1.3 billion in sales. West also maintains a line of clothing for the brand. In July 2020, Gap announced a partnership with Kanye West to produce a Easy clothing collection. 1790th, Michael Lishan, $1.5 billion, nationality Canadian, source of fortune mutual funds. Michael Lishan made his fortune from investments in financial companies like National Commercial Bank Jamaica and AEC Limited. In 1987, the billionaire acquired AEC, which held less than $1 million in assets under management. In 2002, the mutual fund and wealth management business accumulated more than $10 billion in assets, but it was sold to Manulife in 2009 due to the recession. The amount of the transaction has not been revealed. The billionaire still holds a 65% stake in the National Commercial Bank Jamaica, which represents most of his fortune. 1636. Michael Jordan, $1.6 billion. Nationality North American. Source of fortune, Charlotte Hornets and sponsorship contracts. Considered the greatest NBA player of all time, Michael Jordan won 6 titles for the Chicago Bulls. Despite a total remuneration of $90 million during his career, Jordan earned another $1.8 billion net of taxes from private sector partners. The ex-player has held a majority stake in the Charlotte Hornets basketball team since 2010 in a transaction that valued the team at $175 million. In 2019, Jordan sold part of its stake in the team when the team was valued at $1.5 billion. After 70 years since his retirement, Jordan still has sponsorship contracts with brands like Nike, Hanes, Gatorade, and Upper Deck. 1560th. Isabel dos Santos, $1.7 billion. Nationality Angolan. Source of fortune, bank and investments. Isabel dos Santos is the eldest daughter of ex-president of Angola José Eduardo dos Santos. In January 2020, the billionaire was accused by the Angolan authorities of embezzlement and money laundering. Isabel has stakes in Portuguese companies such as SGPS. Her father appointed her president of Angola State Oil Company, Sonangol, in 2016, but the country's new president removed her from office in November 2017. 1311. Patrice Motsepe, $2.1 billion. Nationality South African. Source of fortune, mining. Patrice Motsepe is the founder and president of African Rainbow Minerals and became the first African black billionaire on the Forbes list of billionaires. In 2016, he founded African Rainbow Capital, a private equity firm focused on investments in the African continent. Motsepe has a stake in Sanlam, a publicly traded financial services company, is president and owner of Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club, and the first black partner at the Bowman Gilfillan law firm in Johannesburg. In 1997, the billionaire bought wells from low-production gold mines that later became profitable. 1051. Oprah Winfrey, $2.5 billion. Nationality North American. Source of fortune, TV shows. Oprah turned her 25-year-old talk show into a media and business empire. The profits made on the billionaire's TV show were reinvested and reverted to $2 billion. In 2011, the former anchor launched the cable TV channel ON with a 25.5% stake in the venture, equivalent to $75 million. Oprah also ventured financially into Weight Watchers with an 8% share of the height loss program. The billionaire also plays the role of brand ambassador. In March 2020, Oprah returned to the screens with a talk show about COVID-19 on Apple TV+. 870th. Abdul Samad Rabiu, $3 billion. Nationality Nigerian. Source of fortune, sugar and cement. The billionaire is the founder of the BUA Group, a conglomerate focused on cement production, sugar refining and real estate. In January this year, Rabiu merged his private company Obu Cement with the Cement Co list, giving rise to BUA Cement plc. The Nigerian holds 98.5% of the new company. Rubio is the son of a businessman and inherited land from his father. In 1998, he opened a business to import iron, steel, and chemicals. 690th. David Stewart, $3.7 billion. Nationality North American. Source of fortune, ET provider. David Stewart is president, co-founder, and majority shareholder of the ET provider Worldwide Technology. The $12 billion sales company includes customers like Citi, Verizon, and the United States federal government. Stewart grew up in the southern United States with 7 brothers. His father worked as a janitor, mechanic, and collector of rusty cables. In 2018, the billionaire donated $1.3 million to found the David and Thelma Stewart Institute of Jazz Studies, an institute specializing in teaching jazz. 440th. Robert F. Smith, $5.2 billion. Nationality North American. Source of fortune, private equity. The billionaire founded the privately held company Vista Equity Partners in 2000, with an exclusive focus on investment in software companies. The company, with more than $50 billion in assets, is one of the best performing companies in the sector, with annual returns of 22% since the beginning of operations. Robert F. Smith previously worked for companies like Bell Labs, Kraft Foods, and Goodyear. In 2019, during a speech at a Morehouse College graduation ceremony, Smith promised to pay off the student debt of all graduates in the class. 439. Ananda Krishnan, $5.2 billion. Nationality Malay. Source of fortune telecommunications, media, and oil services. Graduated from Harvard Business School, Ananda Krishnan is a former oil trader and the third richest person in Malaysia. His businesses include stakes in telecommunication company Maxis, media company Astro Malaysia Holdings, and oil field service provider Bumi Armada. In 2018, the billionaire's India telecommunications company Aircel, in which he had invested $7 billion, filed for bankruptcy. 361. Mike Adenuga, $6.1 billion. Nationality Nigerian. Source of fortune, oil and telecommunications. Nigeria's second richest billionaire has built its equity on the Globalcom telephone network, Nigeria's second largest operator with 50 million subscribers, and oil production. Konoi Producing, the Adenuga Oil Exploration Unit, operates 6 units in the Delta Niger. While doing an MBA at Pace University, Adenuga maintained his livelihood by working as a taxi driver. The first million came at the age of 26, thanks to the sale of rents and the distribution of soft drinks. 244th. Aliko Dangote, $8.1 billion. Nationality Nigerian. Source of fortune, sugar and cement. Aliko Dangote is the richest man on the African continent and founder of Dangote Cement, the largest cement producer in Africa. The billionaire owns 85% of the publicly traded company through a holding company. Dangote Cement produces 45.6 million tons of cement annually in 10 African countries. Another entrepreneur venture is the Dangote Refinery, which has been under construction since 2016 and, when completed, should become one of the largest oil refineries in the world. Dangote has a stake in publicly traded salt and sugar manufacturers. 79th. Shiv Nadar, $17.9 billion. Nationality Indian. Source of fortune, software services. Shiv Nadar is an Indian pioneer on the information technology sector. In 1976, the billionaire founded HCL in his garage to produce calculators and microprocessors. Today, the company shared by him is one of India's largest software service providers, with revenues of $9.7 billion. In late 2008, HCL Technologies acquired software products from IBM in a $1.8 billion transaction. The company employs 149,000 people in 45 countries and has a hiring and training program aimed at high school students. Shiv Nadar is the richest black man in the world and one of India's leading philanthropists. The billionaire maintains a foundation that bears his name to support causes related to education. Well guys, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Tell us in the comments if you have or have had a billionaire idea and will be on some of those lists in the future. Don't forget to leave a like and share it with your friends. See you in the next video. Bye!